Hello, Sarah Star speaking here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about shopping carts. I've had a ton of people write in and call me on the phone and so forth, and even asking my mastermind group about shopping carts. And a few people are even a little bit confused about shopping carts, asking me about, do I need a shopping cart if I'm an affiliate? What are the best shopping carts? Which shopping carts have I used in the past? So what I thought I'd do today is just give a little brief history of different shopping carts which I've used in the past, problems which I've faced, and I have faced a lot of problems with shopping carts, and kind of like my advice about what you should be using if you've just started out, and also what you should be using if you're kind of like an advanced user making quite a bit of money at the moment. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. This isn't a technical video about how to do things technically within a shopping cart. That's a different set of videos. This is really just giving you some broad advice about what I've used and what I think you should use. No affiliate links or anything like that in this video. This is just some pure advice. Now, first of all, what is a shopping cart? Well, a shopping cart is, in essence, all it is a little bit of software which you have on a sales page, which enables you to either process credit cards. So if you're selling your own product and you want to be able to take payments using Visa or MasterCard or PayPal or something like that, that's all it is. So it's something which enables you to put a buy now button on a sales page. Someone clicks on that buy now button. They then are taken to an order form and they fill their name and email out. They put maybe their address, some other information there. They put their credit card details in, and then it's obviously the payment is checked. And if the payment goes through, then the person is then taken to a membership site where the product is delivered, or a download page. And they also will receive an email saying, here's your product you've just purchased, or here's your username and password to the members site, or however you've set it up. So that's what a shopping cart is. You don't necessarily need to use shopping cart software to make sales. If you're just using PayPal, within PayPal itself, you can actually set up a very, very simple buy now button within PayPal. But the beauty of having shopping cart software is, even if you're using PayPal, is the fact you can do all sorts of other cool things. So for instance, if you're using a shopping cart, you can set it up so that every time somebody buys something, that person is automatically added to your email list. That's the first thing. The second thing you can do is do things like, for instance, if someone buys your product, they're automatically enrolled to your membership site, for instance. So for instance, you could put the content of the product they just bought within a members area, and then they get emailed, let's say, a username and password, and other things like that as well. Also, if you're adding people to an email list, this becomes very powerful because you can then start adding other information to your email list. So normally when we have an email list, we store the first name of the person, sometimes the second name, and an email address. Well, if you have a shopping cart and the correct type of software, you can start storing other information about your customers. So you can have, on a customer contact record, for instance, you can have all the products they've purchased, how much money that person has actually spent with you, as well as a variety of other things as well. And that's really cool, because then when we're sending emails out to our list, we can say, we just want to send emails out to the people who've bought product A. Or let's say, we want to only send emails out to people that have spent over $1,000 with us, or other cool things like that. Or, maybe we're doing a 50% off sale on one of our products. Well, we don't want to send an email out to all the people who've bought the original product with a 50% off coupon, because that will annoy them. So we can send an email out to only the people who haven't purchased a particular product, for instance. So this is why using a shopping cart is very important. And you can, the other big thing with shopping carts you can do, if you've got the correct software, is you can set up an affiliate program so other people can promote your products. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is just quickly show you a few shopping carts I've used. Now, believe it or not, I think the first shopping cart I actually used was PayPal. I just literally pasted PayPal buttons directly onto my web page. That was kind of like the first thing I ever did, which is pretty easy to do. The second thing I did was I purchased a product which was recommended to me by a couple of people back in 2008. I won't say which one it was, but it was recommended to me, and I wouldn't recommend using it now, which is why I'm not even going to mention it. But it was a piece of software which cost me about $500, and I had to install it on my own server, host it myself. And it was so complicated to set up, I actually had to just pay someone else to set the whole thing up for me. And it was okay. I could, I had shopping cart facilities. Everyone who bought my products were added to my email list. I even had my own affiliate program. But the problem with these types of what I call self-hosted shopping carts solutions are, yes, you buy the software once, you don't have a monthly recurring fee to pay. However, you do run into the problems that, the software has to be updated every couple of months because, people can hack into it if things aren't updated. Things can break and stop working, and that does happen. And you've also got to manage everything else that goes along with it. I had an open affiliate program at the time, and some of my affiliates were sending spam out, and as a result my domain name got blacklisted, and I actually had my domain name taken away from me because some of my affiliates were sending out bulk spam. Even though I wasn't sending the emails, I got penalized for that, and that was one of the problems with having a self-hosted shopping cart. But also, I suppose, also having an open affiliate program, that's probably my fault as well. So these are some of the things problems you can run into. So I discontinued using that particular shopping cart, and then I bought a subscription to a service called Nanocast, which was my first kind of big step up in shopping carts, really. And I actually paid $147 a month for this for quite a long time, actually. And so Nanocast is a very good solution. It's you have to pay a monthly fee. They host everything. So all you do is you pay the fee, you get a username and password, you can log straight into the system, and you're kind of like ready to go. The kind of plus points with Nanocast was the fact that they host everything for you, and they also can host your members area. So this is really good. So what this actually means is if you, when you deliver a product, especially with digital products, let's say you sell an ebook, the download page is 100% secure. So Nanocast actually will host your download page or your members area for you. So when you set a product up within Nanocast, you set a product up, you say this is going to be an ebook, it's going to cost $10. I want it to cost $9.97. I want to use PayPal as my payment method, or credit card provider, Visa, MasterCard, my merchant account, whoever you want to use. And then you can say, and then when people purchase the product, send them this welcome email, and this will be the members area for the product. And you can actually set the members area up for the product directly within Nanocast, which is kind of cool. And then when someone buys the product, they get sent an email with their username and password where they can log into the members area. So that's really great because there's no kind of like hidden costs. Everything is kind of included with Nanocast. The only thing they don't do is they're not an email service provider. So you still have to use an autoresponder. So I tied this up and used it with GetResponse. They integrate directly with GetResponse and a number of other email providers. At the time, there was an issue with GetResponse, which is one of the reasons I left Nanocast, was the fact that every time somebody purchased a product, yes, they would be added to your email list, but they had to double opt in to the email list before they were added. And this was a something to do with GetResponse because GetResponse was linked to Nanocast via the API, which is a special way of linking pieces of software together. GetResponse said anyone added to the email list via API has to double opt in. So this was a problem. So everybody who bought my product was not being added to my list. So I'm not sure if they fixed that. They might have fixed that by now. I don't know. But at the time, this was the big reason why I left Nanocast. The other thing which kind of annoyed me was the back end. Although the actual kind of engine of Nanocast is kept up to date and it all works very, very well, the back end and the members area was all, had never been updated. It all looked the same. There was no real kind of like new features being added, no new training videos. So you're paying a lot of money, but then there's no kind of real updates and new kind of major services added to the system. And the members area kind of looked a bit old-fashioned, I thought. So that's one of the reasons I didn't like Nanocast. They do have very, very good one-click upsells and so forth. So that's the kind of pros and cons. I went for the Viral Premium, which means that you can use your own domain name. So that's why I chose the Viral Premium. So on the shopping cart page, it would still say my, like sarahstar.com/product1. If you just choose the Viral, it means that your shopping cart pages will actually be branded nanocast.com, and your members areas will also be branded nanocast.com/Sarah's members area or something like that. So looking back, I probably shouldn't have gone with the Viral Premium. I think the Viral version would have been fine. So if I was buying this again, I would choose the Viral one, not the Viral Premium. But that's just a personal thing. So if you want to be able to use your own domain name for your members area and your order pages, you're going to need to use the Viral Premium. So that's Nanocast. Has its pros and cons. I think it's a little bit expensive for what it is. The other big problem, I think it wasn't a problem at the time, but it would be a problem if I was using it now, was the affiliate area. Now, the problem with the affiliate area is you can only have one type of affiliate program. So you can only set your affiliate payments at 50%, and that's 50% for all of your products. You can't opt a product out. So you're kind of tied into one kind of affiliate structure, and it's lifetime affiliate commissions, which is fine. But if you don't want to do that, you can't you can't opt products out of the lifetime subscriptions. Of the lifetime affiliate payments. So that is a problem. So yes, you can do affiliate payments, but it is very, very restricted in the type of affiliate payments or affiliate structure that you can have in place. They do also have their own affiliate network, so your products can be listed in their affiliate networks. That's another plus. However, I never really got very many sales from the affiliate network. So although they do have a lot of products in their affiliate network, I never really got very many sales from that. By the way, if you're an affiliate, guys, have a look at the Nanocast affiliate network, because there are a lot of products there which you can promote, and a lot of high-end products as well. So have a think about it. If you're just let's say if you're promoting if you've got some high-priced products and you're wanting to put webinars on, and you're looking for a shopping cart, for a partner, Nanocast might be a really good solution for you. Right. So the next one is One Shopping Cart. Now, I've never actually used One Shopping Cart, but I've got a number of friends and colleagues who have used it over the years. I know Simon Colson did use it for a long time. I think he's now starting to use Infusionsoft though. But I've got about 3 or 4 friends who've all used it and all kind of swear by it. And I think One Shopping Cart is good if you're a kind of small to medium-sized business. It's no good at all if you're a large business. But if you're a small to medium-sized business, One Shopping Cart is a good solution. The good thing about One Shopping Cart is they are a shopping cart and also a email autoresponder built into one. So let me just see if I can find the pricing for One Shopping Cart. Okay, so $119 a month. So that's about the same price as Nanocast, but you've got the email list as well. So you can see that they've also $250 a month is their kind of top package. Again, you've got the things like, they'll protect your download page. You can obviously add people who've bought if anyone who's bought your product gets added to your list. And it's all in one place. And I think this is critical, really, personally, with shopping carts. I think if you're going to be selling products for the long term, you need a solution where your email list and your shopping cart is all in one place. It just makes things so much less complicated in the long run. However, do beware, I do have some other friends who've got large email lists of over 100,000 people, and they ran into problems using One Shopping Cart's autoresponder. So if you've got a really big list, the One Shopping Cart autoresponder may not be the best solution. But if you're doing kind of low levels of sales, say under 100 grand a year, something like that, One Shopping Cart's probably a very, very good solution. It can't do everything. It's not super advanced with campaigns and things like Infusionsoft, but it's From what I understand, it's a very, very good kind of low-level solution. So that's one shopping cart. Like I said, I've never really used it myself, but I do have lots of friends who use it, and it is a solution that I hear is very good. So the next solution is JVZoo, and to be honest, if you're just starting out, and let's say you're just releasing your first ebook, your first course, your first product to put on, I don't know, the Warrior Forum, something like that, JVZoo is probably your best solution, simply because it's free. I think I think it's still free, and it was when I first joined up. But the point is, there's no like massive fees like $100 a month or $50 a month or anything like that. And it's so quick to get started with JVZoo. They host everything for you. They don't have an autoresponder at all, so you have to integrate it with your autoresponder. I believe they work with, they still work with GetResponse. That's who when I used to use JVZoo, that's who I integrated it with, GetResponse. So you can set it up so that anyone who joins, who buys your product, is automatically gets joins your email list. So those are the kind of plus points with JVZoo. The other thing is these people do now integrate with Stripe, so you can use PayPal. If you have a merchant account, you can use your merchant account, and if you want to use Stripe, you can use Stripe. So Stripe is like the new version of PayPal. So if you don't want to use PayPal anymore, you can use Stripe, and it's very easy to get a Stripe account, and you can then process credit cards. So and that directly integrates now with JVZoo. So JVZoo, great solution. You can add people to your list. You can sell products using multiple card providers. And they also have a great affiliate network, probably one of the best places to go if you want your products to be promoted by other people, other affiliates. So if you're interested in getting affiliates, JVZoo is probably your best bet. And you know, I've used them for a number of products. I don't use them anymore because I've moved to a different system. But I was using it up until a couple of years ago, and I still have a lot of friends who still use JVZoo. So that's JVZoo. I've actually met the guy who started JVZoo. I can't remember his name now, but I met him on the Internet Marketers Cruise, actually, at Pizza and Profit. Ended up having a half-hour conversation with him, and then I asked him, so what do you do? He said, oh, I started JVZoo. I was like, right, okay. So yeah, that's JVZoo. If you're looking for a really simple solution just to get started, this is the solution I would recommend. Now, there are a number of other products out there. A lot of people talk about DAP, Digital Access Pass. I've never used it myself. However, I know 3 separate people who've all used it. Catherine is one of them. You know, I've got about 3 or 4 other people off the top of my head that I can think of who have used it, and they've all said the same thing. It's just horrendously complex to use. So I wouldn't recommend it. I'm sure it's a very capable cart. I'm sure it can do a lot of stuff. But the thing you need to remember with all of this sort of stuff, having the best technical solution isn't always the best option, because sometimes the best technical solution out there can be the most difficult solution to use. And in my experience, it's much better to have something you can set up yourself quickly and understand yourself, rather than something that's horrendously complex to set up. So unless you're a real technical person, I wouldn't recommend Digital Access Pass. Never used it myself. That's just from talking to some of my friends. I suppose one of the things I should mention actually is ClickBank. I don't use ClickBank anymore at all, really, not even as an affiliate. However, ClickBank, let's just go and have a look actually. So ClickBank is, oops, just typed it in wrong there. There we go. So ClickBank is a kind of another affiliate network, a marketplace. Great if you want to promote things as an affiliate, but you can also use them as a shopping cart. So the great thing about ClickBank is they process all the payments. So if you don't have a PayPal account, hey, you know, you could use ClickBank. So they'll process the payments for you. ClickBank's going through a lot of changes at the moment. A lot of people in the internet marketing niche used to use ClickBank, and I think a lot of people have left now and gone to JVZoo instead. big problem with ClickBank is they got really hammered with their merchant account. People doing a lot of refunds, a lot of scammy kind of MLM type products went through ClickBank. And so they've really tightened up. And every sales page now has to be hosted by ClickBank. They have to have their logo at the top of your sales page and some like links like this at the top of your sales page, which I think can hurt conversions. They also audit your sales page and audit your sales videos. So they'll want to see a script. They want final approval. So you're very limited on what you can and can't say on your sales page and what you can and can't say on your sales video. That's not to say you can't use them. So, those are limiting factors, and that can be quite frustrating when you're trying to get a product launch, and it can be quite complex to set up. But they do have a good affiliate network, and they take care of everything for you. So, that's ClickBank. What I'm currently using myself right now is something called Infusionsoft. You may have heard of Infusionsoft. The kind of, there are upsides, but there are also massive downsides to Infusionsoft as well. I'll start with the upsides and why I moved to Infusionsoft. Well, I moved because I needed to have everything in one place: my email list, all my products, my customer records. I needed everything in one big kind of turnkey solution, so that if someone bought a product, they were added to my list. I could look up a contact, find out what products they've bought, see what emails they've opened. I want to know what links they've clicked on. I want to know, lots and lots of data about my customers. And I want to be able to say, I want to send an email out to all the people that have bought, let's say one of my products, licensed partner team, who live in the UK, who attended my last webinar. I want to be able to say that, which I can do with Infusionsoft. So that makes it very, very powerful in being able to highly target my email marketing. And I don't actually know of another solution that will do it to that kind of extent. I'm sure that someone's going to write in and say there are other solutions, but it's the only solution I knew that would work. And the other thing about Infusionsoft, because it's kind of like an industry standard software now, it pretty much integrates with all other software out there through the API. So it integrates with GoToWebinar, with Leadpages, and all the other kind of internet marketing type software and WordPress plugins out there. So that's the kind of good sides to it. The flexibility is kind of infinite. So if it won't do something, you can pretty much hire like a programmer to write an app for you that will make it do that task. So you can actually have apps written for Infusionsoft because they give you access to their API. So if you need a feature, you can pretty much make it do that thing that you need it to do, which I've never been able to do with any other software. So that's why I moved to Infusionsoft. Now, the downsides with Infusionsoft is it's very expensive. I think it starts, if you want a shopping cart and emails, it starts at $300. I pay close to $500 a month, but that's just because I'm sending out like over a million emails a month now. So I send out a lot of emails, but it is a lot of money. But then, I don't think $500 a month is very much to spend if you're making $1 million a year. I think it's a very small amount of money to pay for something that has quadrupled, well, it's actually more than quadrupled my annual income. And that's what Infusionsoft has done for me. So if you're, but like anything, Infusionsoft does have its downsides. So obviously the price. But the kind of big downsides, I think, there's a lot of hidden costs with Infusionsoft. So it is just a shopping cart and just an autoresponder. If you want to create nice looking squeeze pages, you need to use, a service like Leadpages to build squeeze pages. That's the first thing. If you want to protect your download pages or create a members area, you need membership software to do that. So I pay $60 a month for a membership site plugin which integrates with Infusionsoft. And the list goes on. There's all these little kind of bolt-on things that you need to add to make it work. The other thing is it's quite complex to use. I'd actually used a lot of other shopping carts when I first started. So I'd use all sorts of things from Rapid Action Profits, Nanocast, JVZoo, all sorts of programs. So when I got to Infusionsoft, I found it very intuitive and I picked it up very, very quickly. But most people find it very complex to use, which is why Infusionsoft now won't sell Infusionsoft unless you've been through their training package first. So I believe you have to spend, you have to buy a $1,000 training course from them, which is done over the phone, before you can actually sign up to Infusionsoft. And that's just because what they were finding was people were signing up to Infusionsoft, finding it too complicated, and then cancelling. So that is a downside. Personally, what I did was I taught myself. I also hired an outsourcer to help me set a few things up, and then I got on the phone with him and asked him what he had done, and that's how I learned how to use it. I also attended a 3-day workshop in central London all about Infusionsoft, where they went through some training with me face to face, and that really helped as well. So that's Infusionsoft. If if you've got several products for sale already, you have an email list, and you're making sales, I think that you should definitely think about moving to Infusionsoft, but only move to Infusionsoft if you're actually making sales right now. The other great thing about Infusionsoft is they do have an affiliate program. If you want to have your own affiliate program, you can set that up with Infusionsoft, and you can set people up at different revenues. So some people could get 50%, some people get 100%, and you can have lifetime commissions or not lifetime commissions. It's completely flexible, anything you want to do. The only downside with the affiliate payment thing with Infusionsoft, it's quite hard to work out how much people are owed. That can be a bit time consuming. But that's Infusionsoft, and I hope that's been useful. I hope I haven't confused you too much. I think really the bottom line is, if you're just starting out, use JVZoo. If you've had 1 or 2 sales and you've got a small amount of products, maybe use one shopping cart. If the sales are starting to come in, your business is starting to pick up, switch to Infusionsoft. Hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, do comment below the video.